Hello, Aries. Welcome to your mid-December 2020 Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is Tessa, and this is Tessa's Tarot. Welcome to the eternal city of Obsidian, aka my home, where all the magic happens. This is my channel. I talk about astrology here. I talk about tarot. I talk about oracle. I talk about psychology. I talk about spiritual growth. I talk about taboo subjects. I will literally talk about anything. I'll talk about anything. I like to talk. And if you want to get to know me a little bit better through astrology, when I'm done with this series of mid-December videos for you guys and wrap up 2020, I'm going to be doing a get to know me through astrology video. I want to kind of like start to expand my channel, do more videos on astrology, and just kind of like more spontaneous videos, generally speaking. But I thought it would be really cool to start with a video about, so you guys can like just kind of like get to know me a little bit better. And also, like, I want to talk about my personal birth chart because I feel like a lot of things that I have going on in my chart can probably help a lot of people. And I can kind of like share my own experiences of some of my placements. And you can also learn more about astrology through that. And also, it's also kind of a way for me to, even though I'm dissecting my own chart and I'm going to be talking about me, it's also kind of a preview of how I plan on doing birth chart readings for you guys in the future, because I do want to do it through video. So I want to be able to give you guys an in-depth analysis over video and just kind of like send you a private link so that you kind of get to see all the different things that I talk about. And it'll kind of be like a little preview for, you know, what I'm going to be doing for you guys or for whoever's interested. So, and I also think it's kind of cool for you guys to get to know me, and then I can get to know you if you let me get to know you. So, you know, it just kind of like opens the channel for the exchange of energy, and it creates more value and appreciation for community, whether it's local or global. I'm hoping to reach people from all across the globe. I live in Chicago, and I do consider Chicago the eternal city, by the way, but I'm going to talk more about that in the video, in my next video, because I'll be tying in a lot of different things as far as like my astrology and who I am as a person and how I express myself. So yeah, hopefully stay tuned for that. So don't worry, I am going to jump into your reading. I'm actually using 3 decks. I'm going to be using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, the Enchanted Map Oracle, and Influence of the Angels Tarot. And I'm only pulling 3 cards, okay? And I'm going to kind of explain in a second why and what we're actually doing for this video, because I have a theme for this video. I actually have it's kind of my theme for 2020. Like, I'm wrapping up 2020 with these mid-December videos with a very specific theme that I discovered through my like 2 weeks of meditation and healing. Like, the last couple of weeks I went through some really intense healing, and I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm a Sagittarius, and we are currently in Sagittarius season, but this is not like any other Sagittarius season. This is a very, very intense Sagittarius season. We started off Sagittarius season with a lunar eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse in Gemini. We're about to have a solar eclipse in Sagittarius on Monday, tomorrow. And then we are entering into I guess you can say we're entering into a new era on December 21st. I mean, not only is the sun entering Capricorn, but that happens every year. Saturn and Jupiter, the biggest planets in our solar system, are going to be conjunct in Aquarius, kicking off a new 200-year cycle of air energy. mental energy, intellectual energy, ideas, progress, technology, sustainable things, sustainable ideas, sustainable products, your restructuring, everything. So it's been, and my personal birth chart, being a Sagittarius, has been greatly affected by these things. And I've been going through some inner child-like wound things where I've been needing to like heal myself and take care of my feels and my like sad inner child. I'm laughing, but you know, it's very therapeutic to be able to talk about it, and to be able to talk about it also in kind of a humorous way, because there's like been a lot of ups and downs, and something I'm going to explain more in depth in the next video that I do is about Chiron. So the comet Chiron is the wounded healer. He was born through very unfortunate events, and unfortunately as a child he was deeply, deeply wounded, and he was burdened and forced to carry that wound with him throughout his whole life, and he had to figure out how to heal himself. But it did give him a special superpower, because through that wound, not only was he able to heal himself, but through that very specific wound, he could also heal others. So that is what our Chiron is. So we all have a Chiron placement. So my Chiron has been extra in my face lately, and I've been like really looking at that son of a bitch straight in the eye, dealing with some of those inner child wounds. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in the next video. But it did lead me to the, it led me down this new path, and it led me to discover certain things. It led me to channel certain things about what's happening in our reality right now, in our lives right now in 2020, and in astrology. And it kind of like, it led me down a certain avenue where I realized that we really need to deepen our values, okay? We need to take away from 2020, as we wrap 2020 up, we need to really take away some of the deeper lessons, and we need to like ingrain those lessons like deep within us, because we are exiting a 200-year cycle of Earth energy. And we have gotten to the point where we have consumed our Earth. Okay, Mother Earth, she is tired. She is like, you guys are literally like eating me alive. And I'm going to teach you a lesson. So, when we reach the end of this 200-year cycle of Earth energy, what happens? We just, it's not like just closing one door and opening another. You don't just leave everything that was there and you go into this new energy as if that never happened. No. You take the good things from it. You take the good things from this experience and you bring the good things with you, and you leave the bad things behind. So what are the good things? Okay. Well, that's what I'm here to uncover, okay? That's what I'm here to help you guys with, okay? So I'm here to help you get to know yourselves better. I'm here to help you understand who you are on a deeper level. I'm here to help you understand what your value is, because in the years to come, as we start to rebuild and restructure our reality and our society, we're really going to need, like, it's going to be really important for people to really understand their deeper values and how their core values and core principles can really contribute to building a new society and to building a more sustainable future for all of us. So the lesson that Earth is here to teach us so we can carry it on into this next age, the lesson is coming through the planet it's coming through the Uranus in Taurus position. Okay, so currently in the cosmos, we have Uranus, which is the planet ruled by Aquarius. It's the planet of revolution, of reconstructing, of restructuring, of breaking down old systems to create new systems, sustainability, intellect, ideas, humanitarian efforts. So that planet is currently in Taurus, which means that our lesson is going to take on Taurian characteristics. That is the earth sign that is going to, and it all makes sense because Taurus is a fixed earth. Okay, Taurus is fixed earth. So we need to take with us the Taurus lessons of value. Okay, Taurus represents, Taurus appreciates and values beauty, possessions, but we have to take the good things of that. Okay, so Capricorn energy, if we're looking at all the different earth signs, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's about hard work and developing, building your skills so you can make money. It's about success over time. Virgo is about the practicalities of daily life, about physical health, mental health, daily activities and routines, your home environment. Taurus, it's going to be about like the value of money, of stability, of creating stability, of beauty. Like, why do we value the things that we value? Why, like, the possessions that we have in our home? You can start with that. You can start with possessions, you know, and a lot of people this year have been really forced to give things up, you know. So it's really about coming back to your own value system and so let's just say, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place and I apologize for that, but let's just say like you were forced to give up a lot of possessions, or you were forced to kind of like put yourself in in a situation, like, you know, if you got a bunch of stuff taken away from you, let's say, like, what are the values that you have inside yourself that can like, what can you contribute to society? Like, what do you have to give within you, within yourself, not with your possessions? Some people can give, we all have something valuable that we can give. Some people can give possessions. Some people can give money. Some people can give, there's so many different things that we can give, that we can contribute as valuable in order to build, okay, in order to build a new future. That can take the form of so many different things, okay? The thing that we value that we can give can be like something that's inside of ourselves. It might not even be a tangible object, but it's still material. It can be an idea. It's still manifesting itself into reality. It's manifesting itself on the earthly plane. But it also takes place in the mind, right? So it's like we still have to communicate it, or we still have to bring it into conscious awareness and out into the material world. I hope that's making sense. But it's like what is your unique gift, you know? Like, here's an example. Like, I'm a writer, you know, like I went to school for creative writing, you know, I love to write, I write poetry. So that can be very valuable for somebody. So there's different things that we that we can give that's valuable, and because it's coming from our heart, because it's coming from a place inside of us that it like, so it's already going to be filled with the imprint and the reflection of your soul, because automatically you don't have to do anything. It's kind of like, you know, it's going to be really important for us to show our soul in what we value. I don't know if that's making sense, but so I guess one of my goals is to kind of like help you guys get to know yourselves better and like, you know, discover your value. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not here to tell you what your value is. I'm just here to provide a channel for the messages. Okay? I'm here as a channel for the messages. You got the same card as Pisces, by the way, for your first card, release. I'm using Vintage Wisdom Oracle, Enchanted Map Oracle, and Influence of the Angels Tarot. So I'm here as a channel, and yeah, of course, like I'm gonna interpret the cards, but like you need to, like, the whole idea, and another one of the big lessons that we need to learn from this earth energy is like, we have been consuming this planet, and not just the planet, but we've been consuming information. Like we've become the belly of the beast, where we're constantly like consuming, and we don't even know our own worth anymore, or we don't even know like left from right anymore, you know? So it's kind of like, instead of, because more information is going to come out before we are entering into this like air energy right now, it's going to be really important for you to spend more time on information instead of trying to like gobble up, like read one article after another and just, you know, start fighting with people or whatever. Like actually spend time, you know. People are being easily manipulated by the media. This is what I'm trying to say. People are easily being manipulated by the media. People are easily being swayed and triggered. And I was there. I was, you know, I was kind of riding this whole political wave this year because I'm a Sagittarius, and I get triggered and I want to like be in the fight. There's nothing like perceptively wrong with that. It's just I just feel like people aren't thinking for themselves anymore. Like, okay, it's one thing to want to fight for something because everybody else is doing it. And it's another thing to do it because you've allowed yourself the time to process what is really happening. And you've allowed yourself to really take in the circumstances or the information and formulate your own perspective. Okay? That's two different things. I'm not trying to say that I'm like better than other people or anything, but like during 2020, I was very vocal about political things. But I also feel like I allowed myself to share I wasn't just like regurgitating somebody else's perspective. I wasn't just like, I actually, like, because I am a creative writer, I'm one of those people where like I will write I will write a whole story about my own perspective. I'm not just going to share, like if I'm on social media, you know, a lot of the times people will share information that's just being share, but you didn't even write it. Somebody else wrote it. It's somebody else's perspective. And I see a lot of that happening. I see a lot of other people, like, of just media being filtered through, like there's no original thought anymore. There's no creative thought. Like where are the free thinkers? Where are the people who can think for themselves, who can form their own perspective, and like maybe part of that perspective falls in line over here. Like our American two-party system has fucking jaded us, and it's horrible. It has jaded us into thinking that we need to be on this side or on this side. Like, that is imprisonment. That's mental, intellectual imprisonment. And I want to believe that we're smarter than that, okay? Like, it's important to form your own thoughts and your own opinions. Don't put yourself in a prison. Don't put yourself in a mental prison. Release. I mean, Aries, like, I feel like this shouldn't be a problem for you. This shouldn't be a problem for you. I mean, it's true that sometimes like people just say things without thinking. But I guess that's exactly what I'm trying to get at with this video, is like rediscover your values. Like, allow yourself the time to be alone and to really rediscover what your values are, and what it is you really think and feel about certain things. You know, like, give yourself the time, like, okay, after you're done watching this video, for example, like, give yourself the time to really process the information. Don't just take, like, what I'm saying and just at face value, like, actually, like, you know, like, let it dissolve and marinate and then form your own thoughts and opinions. Like, I mean, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an example. So, we just need more free thinkers. We need more energy that's going to push us forward, energy that's going to continue to free us. But remember, because we're entering into air energy, air, you can't contain. It's hard to contain the intellect. It's hard to contain the mind. So we have to take what we have learned as the good things from this 200-year cycle where we were in Earth energy. So we need to go through the planet Uranus, which is reconstruction. We need to look towards Uranus. We need to look towards the planet of revolution, and we need to see where it's at. It's in Taurus. Taurus is our lesson. So this is why we need to ground ourselves, and remember, it's a fixed Earth sign. It's about stability. It's about building value from the ground up. And if you are rooted in your values, then we can be as free thinking as we want to be. Like, literally the possibilities are endless. I can't even stress that enough. Like, you guys don't even understand. Like, the possibilities are endless, but you need to be grounded in value, and you need to have good core principles, because if our possibility, just imagine if we create a world where anything is possible, like, people will fly off the seat of their pants, and they're literally going to think that they're gods and they can do this and this and this without even considering, like, other people's personal space. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like have morals. have morals. Like, if we're going to create a new world and if we're going to really try to push for a future where like literally like anything is possible, we want to make our dreams come true, like, are we going to go down the same cycle that we've been on for the last 200 years and be like consuming animals like the belly of the beast, and we're just going to become these devils that just doesn't give a fuck about anybody else except ourselves? Just feed the ego, right? Just feed the ego, feed the ego. No. No, so that's why it's going to be important to have a deep value system, deep core principles, morals, values, all that type of stuff. That's important. That's what keeps us grounded to earth. That's what sustains us so we don't fucking destroy ourselves. And when I see this release card, that's how I feel. And I feel like you guys have a lot of feeling inside you. Like, you're a leader. Follow the leader. Okay. This card is about becoming the leader that you never had. This card is about becoming the leader that you never had. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. There is, okay, Aries, you have this, sorry for the long pause. I had to tune in. I know that you're a leader. There's this light inside you. There is this light inside you. And you have this ability to pave a new way forward. To pave a new dream. Like new ideas and visions and all that. It's just about believing, like your value. I think of this as like there's a very like warrior like energy here, like this release and this follow the leader. I think of this as like you breaking into your like releasing things that you've been holding in, releasing some energy that you've been holding in your chest and in your heart, and letting it out. And by letting it out and by expressing this, it's gonna like people are gonna look at you like, you know, like that's, people are gonna be inspired. Okay, like it's time to release. It's time to get things out in the open. It's time to forge a new way of expressing, a new way of being, a new way of connecting, so we can connect and relate to each other and create stability. nurture stability, nurture the values. So this Earth, this is Capricorn. This is also cardinal energy. So you are cardinal energy, Capricorn is cardinal energy. So this is about like creating sustainability, building a foundation from the ground up. But I also see this very much as like it's a very nurturing energy. So it's like nurture. It's kind of like nurture your own. Yeah, I know my breast is itching. Okay. Nurture your own need. Nurture your expression. Nurture your need to release your soul, like release your feelings, release your energy, and like allow yourself to be allow yourself to express yourself within the realm of that energy. So you're just free to be you. You're just free to be you. I hope that makes sense. You're just free to be the leader that you were born to be. You're free to just like be who you are at your in your heart. You're free to express and release yourself the way that you need to. So I see this as like you need to nurture that because that's valuable. You need to nurture that side of yourself and you need to love that side of yourself because it's valuable. With this Queen of Pentacles here. That's what I'm getting here. And it's going to inspire other people. It's going to inspire them. They're going to be like, oh, like, you know, they're going to like look up to you for it. All right. So that is the message that I'm seeing for you, Aries. All right. Please subscribe and stick around for more videos to come. All right. I hope this helped you. I thought it was great.